The Republican strategy is, and it was over the last 4 years, do everything you can, not only to hurt President Obama, but hurt the economy, okay? Then turn around and blame President Obama for the economy that's been hurt. I mean, they're brazen about it. Mitch McConnell said our #1 mission is to make sure President Obama doesn't get reelected. They filibustered everything that could help. They hated the stimulus project, even though Paul Ryan voted for stimulus under George W. Bush. Then he comes out and gives a speech where he says, hey, you know what? Can you believe 4 years later, America's credit has been downgraded? But listen to what S&P said at the time when they downgraded it. First of all, they generally said, look, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get a deal when this should be the easiest thing in the world because you are not asking for new debt when you're raising the debt limit ceiling. What you're saying is the government will pay its old debt. Okay, that's a very, very big difference. And when the government says, I'm not going to pay my old debt, well, that's when you turn into a third world country and creditors worry, hey, is their word good enough? I mean, if I buy a bond with the U.S. government, am I going to be able to get my money back? Well, these Republicans are saying, no, that's a huge political issue, and they might not pay us, right? That's why they lowered it. And S&P was very clear about it. They said the fact that they're playing politics with the debt ceiling shows that we have less trust in whether the American government will pay back its creditors, right? And who started that fight? No one in the country can disagree that it was the Republicans who started it. Democrats would have raised the debt ceiling in a second. They have a million times. In fact, the Republicans have a million times until Obama was in office. And they're like, oh, God damn Obama, all right, then that's it. We're creating a fake fight here. And in case you're not sold yet, here's what S&P said at the time, quote, we have changed our assumption on revenue because the majority of Republicans in Congress continue to resist any measure that would raise revenues. So it's not just that the Republicans were being obstinate, which they talked about in the report as well, but saying, look, you've got one major party in the country saying they will not raise revenue under any circumstances. It leads us to believe that you will have giant deficits going forward because the Republicans want the deficits. They don't want to raise revenue. They want to forestall that at all. So they downgraded us because of Republican action. It's in their report. And then, of course, Ryan comes on and says, can you believe Obama downgraded us? That's the Republican strategy for the last 4 years in a nutshell.